Hello everyone, this is Harish Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Vivekananda College of Engineering and Technology, Puttur, Western Kannada. Today I am going to deal with automobile engineering under this module 3 steering systems. This presentation deals with steering geometry, that is the camber angle, the caster angle, kingpin inclination, toe in and toe out. All the narrations have been referred by a textbook on automobile engineering by Dr. Kirpal Singh, Volume 1. Steering. Steering is a term applied to the collection of all those components and linkages which allows a vehicle to follow the desired course. The primary function of a steering system is to achieve angular motion of the front wheels to negotiate a turn. This is done through linkage and steering gear, which converts the rotary motion of the steering wheel into angular motion of the front road wheels. Some of the secondary functions of steering system are: it should provide directional stability of the vehicle when going straight ahead. It should provide perfect steering condition. It should facilitate straight ahead recovery after completing a turn, and it should minimize the tire wear. The requirements of a good steering system are: the steering mechanism should be very accurate and easy to handle. The effort required to steer should be minimal and must not be tiresome to the driver. The steering mechanism should also provide directional stability, which implies that the vehicle should have a tendency to return to the straight ahead position after turning. Steering geometry. The term steering geometry refers to the angular relationship between the suspension and steering parts, front wheels, and the road surface. The term wheel alignment is used in connection with the stability and control of the vehicle while in motion. Wheel alignment means that while moving straight ahead, the wheels should be parallel. Because alignment deals with the angles and affects steering, the method of describing the alignment measurements is called as steering geometry. There are 5 steering geometry angles. They are the camber angle, the caster angle, toe in and toe out, and steering axis inclination, or sometimes also called as kingpin inclination. Camber. Camber is the tilt of the car wheels from the vertical. As you can see in the figure, the dotted line shows you the tire center line and the continuous line shows you the vertical axis. When viewed from the front side of the vehicle, if the top of the tire is tilted outside, it is called as positive camber, and if the top of the tire is tilted inwards, it is called as negative camber. It is always desirable that the tire should roll on the ground vertically so that the wear is uniform. If while running the tires are inclined from vertical either inward or outward, they will wear more on one side than the other. In both the cases, it happens that the rolling radius at different points of the tire thread is different. Therefore, the wear on the tire will be different. That is, if there is a more positive camber, then it acts like a truncated cone, and if there is a negative camber, the wear on the inner side of the tire will be more. Generally, a small positive camber is provided to the wheels so that when the vehicle is loaded, they automatically come to vertical position. Kingpin inclination or steering axis inclination. Inclination of the kingpin from the vertical is called as the kingpin inclination or sometimes kingpin rake. In modern cars, where the kingpin has been replaced by the ball joint, the term also has been renamed as steering axis inclination, and it is defined as the inclination of the ball joint axis from the vertical. Steering axis is an imaginary line drawn through the lower and the upper steering pivot points. Generally, SAI is non-adjustable since it would change only if the wheel spindle or steering knuckle are bent. Kingpin inclination or steering axis inclination helps the straight ahead recovery, thus providing directional stability. When vehicle takes a turn, the inclination of kingpin causes the vehicle body to move up in relation to the wheels. So as soon as the steering wheel is left after the turn is complete, the weight of the vehicle tends to return the wheel to the straight ahead position. Generally, 7 to 8 degrees of kPa is given. However, the exact amount is decided considering the wheel rake, that is nothing but the camber angle. Even in camber angle, generally it would not exceed 2 degrees, but again depends upon the kingpin inclination. Caster. Before moving on to caster, just discuss about the combined angle. The summation of the camber angle plus the kingpin inclination when seen from the front side of the vehicle, such angle is known as the combined angle, which also helps in the directional stability of the vehicle. Moving on to caster, the angle between the kingpin center line or the steering axis and the vertical in the plane of the wheel is called as the caster angle. This has to be seen from the side of the vehicle to understand the caster angle. That is nothing but the plane of the wheel. If the kingpin center line meets the ground at a point in the front of the wheel center, it is called as a positive caster. As you can see on the second figure on the slide, it has got a positive caster. If it is behind the wheel center line, then it is called as a negative caster. Positive caster on the car wheels provides directional stability. Caster angle also has another effect. When the vehicle having positive caster takes a turn, the outside wheel of the vehicle is lowered while the inner one is raised. That is, positive caster helps the centrifugal force in rolling out the vehicle, and negative caster tends to roll in the vehicle. That is, the effect of centrifugal force is counteracted. As the steering axis position changes with the altitude of the vehicle body, overloading or weak springs will change the caster angle. When the body is lower at the rear, caster will increase, enhancing the directional stability, thus the steering effort. On the other hand, when the body is lower at the front, caster angle and hence the direction stability will be reduced, which will result in poor vehicle control. The caster angle and camber angle are interrelated. That is, when a wheel is turned towards the center of the vehicle, the camber angle is reduced in direct proportion to the amount of caster angle provided on the wheel. This helps in measuring the caster angle from the measurement of the change of the camber when the wheel is turned through a known angle. Therefore, it is very important that caster angle is adjusted first of all while doing the adjustment job. Generally, about 3 degrees of caster angle gives a good result. toe in or toe out. Toe in is the amount by which the front wheels are set close together at the front than at the rear when the vehicle is stationary. This condition can be better understood when we view the vehicle from the top end or top view. The upper figure shows you the condition of toe in, while the lower figure shows you the condition of toe out. There is usually an inherent tendency for the wheels to toe out because of the purposeful deviation from the center point steering, and also due to the errors in steering angles of the inner and the outer wheel on moderate bends. To offset this tendency, a small amount of toe in is initially provided so that the wheels move perfectly straight ahead under normal running conditions. However, in case of some front wheel drive cars, initial toe out has been provided to counter the tendency to toe in present therein. This is usually measured in millimeters, and generally toe in is provided initially, which does not exceed 3 millimeters. I hope you have understood the different steering geometric angles. Thank you for your patience listening. If you have any queries, shoot a mail to hsrbcet@gmail.com.